Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to have a heart to heart talk here, maybe a rough kind of conversation here. The question I have for you is, are you going to let fear stop you? I'll say it one more time. Are you going to let fear stop you? Are you going to let fear stop you from your dream life? Are you going to let fear stop you from manifesting? Are you going to let fear stop you from achieving your dream house? Are you going to let fear stop you from achieving your dream car or achieving your dream job, your dream career? Are you going to let fear stop you from being a millionaire? Are you going to let fear stop you from giving to your popular charities that you want to give to? Are you going to let fear stop you? Because this is the this is the thing we have to talk about. We all have fear, even myself. And when we dive into this manifesting game, this is what a lot of people don't talk about. Okay, we always talk about being excited, being happy, watching our emotional state, watching our mind, what we're constantly think about. Then we understand all this stuff. We grasp all this stuff. We grasp that what I think about comes back to me. That's universal law. If I think good, good has to come back to me. If I think bad, well, bad things have to come back to me as well. Because the subconscious mind doesn't play favorites. But then we hit a wall. Then things start to get difficult because fear creeps in. Are you going to let fear stop you? Okay, because there's going to become a certain point we want your dream house, and at a certain point through this manifesting phase, at a certain point you're going to hit a fear barrier. You're going to get scared to do stuff. You're going to start having. We talk about having intuition, a higher perception, your higher faculties coming from your spiritual mind or your subconscious mind, whatever you want to call it. It's that gut feeling, your intuition. Even if you're following Never Goddard, you're my bedroom's right behind me here. You're falling asleep in that state. You're creating your wish fulfilled. You're going inside your imagination. You're seeing yourself driving your dream car. You're seeing yourself living in your dream house. You see yourself being a millionaire and that lifestyle that comes with it. But when we start envisioning this, okay, there's a certain point where our intuitions are going to give us ideas, and we have to follow that intuition. But lots of times, the ideas that are coming to us that bring us closer to our dream life, that bring us closer to what we want to manifest, scares the shit out of us. Honestly, it's not about not having fear. It's not about looking at fear as a negative. And sometimes our minds can play tricks on us. I mean, sometimes because we think fear is a negative. Okay, but let me explain this real quick. Fear's only a negative if you let fear conquer you. Fear is only a negative if you let fear basically have you run back to your comfort zone. Because that fear scares you, whatever that intuition is, whatever that gut feeling is for you to do, scares the crap out of you. That's your fear barrier. See that dream car? This is your fear barrier. That dream car is on the other side of fear. That dream house, other side of fear. That $1 million salary, other side of fear. We get so close up to it. When you start feeling fear, this is the good news. When you start feeling fear, that means you're right up. You're right up against that fear barrier. You're right up against that wall. And guess what? Guess what's on the other side of the wall? Is your dream life, is what you want. But you have to bust through that fear barrier. You still have to walk in faith, walk in belief, and not let fear hold you back. What most people do, you get right up to this fear barrier and you let fear conquer you and you run back to your comfort zone. Then you start making excuses. Oh, well, it's too hard to have my dream house. That's only for other people. That's only for lucky people. You start making up excuses to cover up that fear. We all have fear. So I'm gonna say it one more time. Are you gonna let fear stop you from your dream house? Because so many people let fear stop them, but you don't realize it. You go up to that fear barrier. And I'm gonna give you an example here, something I currently went through. Because currently, probably the last 3 weeks here, I've upgraded. I'm in Thailand, by the way, but I upgraded all my business stuff. Okay, I probably spent around, I'm going to do another order like after I get done with this video. But I updated all my business stuff. It costs, everything cost me like 2,500 bucks. And for me, you understand like some of my videos is for me, one of the things for me, and I've been like this my whole life, even as a kid, even my mom gave me money, I never spent it. You know what I mean? I give it right back to her. Or my mom would give my sister and I money. I would manage it because I was older, of course. We would go to a festival, go to a park or whatever, and I wouldn't buy nothing with it. My sister would be like, "He wouldn't buy nothing. He wouldn't buy me something to drink." But I've had this, okay, that almost that negativity of buying things for myself ever since a kid. I don't like it. It's like a fear barrier for me. Okay, that's a fear. What I'm scared of, you might not be scared of. What you're scared of, I might not be scared of. We all have different fears that hold us back, and this is one of them for myself. And I've been like struggling with this probably for a year. Is well, I need to purchase a new computer because my computers are getting too old. The iOSs get too old. I can't download newer apps and newer software, newer SaaS software. So I've been pondering this probably for a year. Okay, listen to this. A year. Okay. Then since I got more into like videos and YouTube, of course, when I make YouTube videos, I need better mics. Uh, And the mic's right here. Okay, I was playing with it, but I was trying to shut it. But I went out the other day. I just had this maybe, well, maybe a few days now. Okay, this is an expensive mic. 300 bucks, 300, I think $300, something like that, 350 bucks to make the YouTube videos more quality, make the audios more quality. Plus, this has a sound buffer, so I can go outside. I can go to the beach and make videos and not have to worry about the background noise destroying the video. That was a needed expense. When I went, I just updated. I showed some of you. It's in the bedroom. I have a little nook area in the bedroom. I just bought a tower about 3 weeks ago. Just bought a tower, Windows PC. Then I have a MacBook. Then I have a Chromebook. So I have a few things kind of working off of. Then I went out and bought 2 monitors. Then I went out and upgraded my webcam because you have to buy a webcam so I can do videos on my desktop. So I bought a high quality webcam. That way the videos look more crisp. It looks better than my office back home in the States. The office back home in the States, I have a couple new iMacs I work off of. But even the webcam, the higher quality, because I bought a higher quality webcam. Then that has sound buffering in it. So I don't have to, when I do videos, I don't have to turn off the air, turn off the central air, turn off the air conditioning, turn off the fan because it just picks up so much noise. Then yesterday, I bought this a couple days ago. And then yesterday, I had to upgrade my computer because since I'm working off two screens, I also do different businesses, I work in IT as well, SEO and all that stuff. So, I'm doing like Handbrake compressing videos, doing video edit, of course, video editing, YouTube, not anything advanced editing or anything. But when you run this software off an older laptop, you run a Camtasia, Adobe Premiere, stuff like that, it takes up a lot of CPU, it takes up a lot of space. So then yesterday I went and upgraded my computer again. I went from 16 gigs of memory to 64. Then I bought an external drive for it because I'm always producing videos. That way it's not sucking up space on my hard drive or my personal hard drive on the computer. Then today, after I get off the phone, I get off with this video, I'm going to purchase another mic or another like a USB mic for my desktop. Okay, kind of similar to this one, but the same quality, almost like 300 bucks. Just because when I make videos off of my desktop where I go live, do YouTube live, do live videos, the sound is clear. But all this costs probably at least 2,500 bucks. Okay, given give and take, maybe a little bit more. So that hit a fear barrier with me because your mind goes wild a little bit. Once you hit that fear barrier, your analytical mind takes control. Okay, your analytical mind is your 3D world. Okay, lives by the five senses: see, hear, smell, taste, touch. So your analytical mind is going wild. You hit that fear where you start having little things coming in your head like, well, $2,500 is a lot of money. What would happen if you might that $2,500 might be wasted? Okay, you might buy all this stuff and your YouTube channel doesn't take off. You might buy all this stuff and you really don't need it. You might buy all this stuff, you might go in a hole. You know what I mean? And I know right now I'm talking about myself, but we all have fear. We all have fear holding us back. And at the same time, I'm setting intentions that, oh, I'm a millionaire, I'm a multi-millionaire, not a millionaire, but a multi-millionaire. My YouTube channel will viral. All my videos go viral, or most of them. But it's funny how manifesting works. It's funny how we're always pushed up to this fear barrier. You if you're not you're gonna hit this fear barrier once you start setting high intentions. You're gonna hit this fear barrier once you start setting, well, I want my dream job, my dream career. I want to be a millionaire. I want my dream house, my dream car. The reason why we hit this fear barrier is because we have to become a better person. We have to become a better version of ourselves. So when you go inside your imagination, when you see yourself inside your imagination, you see yourself as a multi-millionaire, and that's a more successful version of yourself. So you two have to meet. Okay, in your 3D world right now, you got to become a better version of yourself. You got to become a better person, and that's when you come up to this fear barrier. Because, like I said, your intuition, your gut feelings is going to tell you to do stuff. You're going to have ideas to do something, and that's what led me to buy all this stuff because my intuition was telling me, well, do live. But then when I wanted to go outside, me just filming off my iPhone mic, it picked up all the background sound and it made all my videos sound horrible. Then I can't, when you go on live, I can't trim out the background sound. It just is what it is. So nobody's going to come on live when the audio is just so messed up. So then I want to make videos at the beach and walk, but the same issue. You have the wind, you have the background sound, you have the waves, you have the ocean, you have the birds. And I don't want to go on and on and on about this. But I hit that fear barrier. And that fear barrier knows that Chad doesn't like to spend money. The old version of Chad don't like to spend money. But it takes you clear up to, it's giving you these ideas, but you got to push through that fear. You got to follow your gut feelings. You got to follow your intuition. Because on the other side of fear is your promised land, is what you want is on the other side of fear. So, I mean, wouldn't it be funny? This is how manifesting works. Wouldn't it be really, really funny? This happened to me more and more. Is is once I buy all this stuff, once that fear is let go and I did it, 2 weeks later, I have a viral video. You know what I mean? And I've been struggling with this stuff for like 1 year to, start buying stuff for my office to upgrade my office equipment. All I needed to do was buy new equipment and what I wanted manifested to me. That's lots of times how manifesting works. Once you just give in to it and you just follow your intuition and give in to that fear, we're all gonna have fear. Okay. It's not about fear as a negative, it's how you manage it. It's being able to, you get nervous, you have fear, but you keep on walking forward, you keep on moving forward, you keep on doing it. Even like great actors or celebrities have fear. Okay, they get nervous. They get nervous just like you. They have fear just like you. And sometimes that fear is so intense, just like you get, just like I get. But the only difference is that they've learned how to control it and manage it. They've learned to not let fear destroy them, not let fear make them run backwards to their comfort zone. They didn't want fear to conquer them. They didn't want to be scared to do something. So even though they went to auditions and hard auditions, even if they were scared out of their mind, they still showed up. Lots of times with manifesting, lots of times when you set an intention of what you want, in reality, it's just following your intuition, no matter how scary it is, and just showing up. Lots of times you'll get what you want if you just show up. So when we wrap this up, are you going to let fear stop you? Because remember this as we wrap this up: abundance is inside you, abundance is your birthright. You have the bloodline of a king inside you. God is within you. God isn't an entity like we're taught in preschool or Bible study as a kid. He sits external from us, sitting up in the cloud somewhere looking down on us. This is a concept we have of God. He's an outside entity. He's somewhere in the clouds looking down, holding a little dowel of Chad and poking pins into it. You know what I mean? But God is inside you. This is all over the Bible, all over the New Testament. The Holy Spirit is inside you. Heaven is within you. Abundance is your birthright. This is why Jesus came, to let people know, to get people off the cycle of karma and let people know that abundance is yours. Abundance is inside you. Abundance is all around you. We just have to open up our eyes to see it. You're not going to miss abundance. You're not going to miss having your dream house. You're not going to miss having your dream car. You're not going to miss having your dream job. You're not going to miss your opportunity to have all of this. The opportunity is all around you. You just have to realize it and speak that as truth. What's the truth? The truth is abundance is yours. God is inside you. If God is inside you, the Holy Spirit is inside me. What does that mean? It means I have the same power as God. God has given me this. Jesus states this all over the New Testament. When he performed all his miracles, he told all his disciples, you can do the same thing as I can do, and even more. You can call what you want into existence. You just have to believe it. That's it. Stop letting fear control you. Stop letting fear stop you. You're going to have fear, but you don't let it stop you. Even though you every step is like, oh, moving forward, you still keep on moving forward. Because like I said before, isn't it funny? Isn't it comical sometimes when you just walk in faith and not by sight. You walk in belief and not by fear. You don't let fear stop you. And isn't it comical sometimes when you just follow your intuition and something that's stopping you for the last year, like in my situation, as I keep on overthinking it, I keep on thinking, well, I don't need it. I can go without it, blah, 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 blah. Isn't it comical when you just give in and follow your intuition? Once you do it and you just walk in faith and not by sight, that boom, you just get what you want. Isn't that kind of comical? Isn't it comical, maybe even in my situation? Once I upgrade all my stuff, boom, I get what I want. I get my attention. Isn't it comical how things work out like that? It's just like the concept of letting go. When you're just super, super attached to something, isn't it comical? It's once you just truly let it go, you've had enough. You just truly let it go. 2 days later, it comes to you. It works in the same way. Okay, every time I set an intention, every time I manifest something in my life, things come in different ways, things come in different angles. But the longer I do this stuff, I have more and more experiences like that. Like once I let it go, it comes to me. Once I just don't think about it, it comes to me. And sometimes it comes to me right at that last moment. Just like with my Thailand visa. I set an intention, but now it's probably been, 8, 8 months ago, 9 months ago. But 8, 9 months ago, I set an intention that I'm gonna have a year visa. When I come back to Thailand, I'm coming back on a year visa. I'm not coming back on a TR visa. I'm not coming back on a tourist visa. I'm not doing border runs no more. When I come back, I'm coming back on a year visa. And that's the only thing I told myself over and over and over. Every time I thought about it, I would say, almost like an affirmation, a robotic affirmation. I would say, well, when I come back to Thailand, I'm going back on a year visa. You know what? That exactly happened. And you know what? Again, the second phase of this is it didn't happen until I actually sat down to file my visa. When I actually sat down to file my visa, I thought I was going to have to file for a tourist visa, a 3-month visa. Right when I sat down to file, Thailand came out with a new visa like a week prior, and it was a 5-year multiple entry. I could stay up to 1 year, but it's a 5-year visa. And I got approved for it, got it, boom. But I set that intention 8 months ago. But isn't it weird? I mean, the more things that work out for you, you're going to see how weird things kind of come into your come into your reality. Because I set that robotic affirmation, and every time I thought about it, I would always say, "Oh, when I go back to Thailand, I'm going back for a 1 year visa. I'm going to be on a 1 year visa." And I said it so much, it happened. But anyway, I can go on and on about this. But stop letting fear stop you. We're going to have fear. Fear is not going to go away. You have to learn to manage it. That's bottom line. Then when you set big intentions, guess what? Fear is going to creep in. Worry, doubt, and fear. You're going to be worried. You're going to doubt yourself. Just like the whole money thing with me. I start worrying. I start doubting the process. I start thinking like, well, I could spend the money on something else rather than law work stuff. You start playing with all types of stuff that comes in your head. But you have to follow your intuition and not back down with fear. What you want is on the other side of fear. Always remember that. And I'm going to leave you with this is remember this. When you feel fear, every time I feel fear or scared to do something, it means I'm this close. I'm this close to my intention. I'm this close to manifesting what I want. You're this close. You just don't see it. You're this close. When you have fear really dominating you, you can feel it, you're scared, you're this close to it. So why run away from it? Why run back to your comfort zone? You're this close to it. You're standing toe to toe with it. You're standing toe to toe to what you want. That's how close you are. If you knew how close you were, you wouldn't give up right now. If you knew how close you were, you wouldn't back up. If you knew how close you were, you wouldn't run back to your comfort zone. The thing is, you don't know how close you are. That's the whole issue here. You don't realize how close you are. The longer I've done this for the last 20 years, is that's why I've learned is every time I feel fear, I'm right there. Every time I feel scared to do something or scared to follow my intuition or scared to follow my gut feeling, I'm this is I'm right here, staring toe to toe to what I want. So don't back away, don't run away. Don't let fear conquer you. So I'll end it with this question. Are you going to let fear stop you? Are you going to let fear stop you from your dream life? Are you going to let fear stop you from achieving success in your life? Are you going to let fear stop you from being the first multimillionaire in your family? Are you going to let fear stop you from having your dream house, your dream car? Are you going to let fear stop you from giving to the top charities that you want to give to? Are you going to let fear stop you from being able to help people that you want to help? Are you going to let fear stop you?